Today, let's talk about a whole new approach to New Year's resolutions. That's today on The Art of Lifing with Keka. So I had an experience recently around New Year's resolutions that completely changed my perspective, and I wanted to share that with you. I attended a thank you event that's hosted by a really good friend of mine, Blake Fly. He does this every year where he brings together a group of people that come and congregate and write thank you letters that year to the people that they love, the people that they care about, as a way to show gratitude for the year and to ring in the new year on a high note. So I was lucky enough to attend his event this year, and it was amazing. It was amazing. The energy in the room was great. It was a chance for us to all appreciate and show gratitude to the ones we love. But in the evening, Blake surprised us with a task that I actually found harder than I probably would have anticipated. He asked us to actually write a thank you letter to ourselves. So I have no problem writing thank you letters to people that I love. I actually think that it's a great exercise to give a gift to somebody and share that gratitude. But what about sharing gratitude with yourself? When I started to write a letter to myself, it almost felt artificial. Like it felt kind of weird. And it's almost one of those things where, I was like, do I say this? Don't I say this? It's kind of weird. Should I do it? And I got very judgy about what I was writing to myself. And I realized at that moment that, we grow up learning to pat ourselves on the back, or we learn to appreciate accolades that come from what we're doing, not necessarily who we are on our own. But if you asked me what I love about my husband or what I love about my kids or the people that are closest to me, my friends that I care about deeply, it's not about what they do. I don't love this person because they won this award, or I don't love this person because they have X kind of jobs. I love them for who they are. But I don't think that I was necessarily looking at loving myself based on who I was, which is why writing that letter felt kind of weird to me, because I was like, I'm not going to write about the accolades that I think I might be getting from the things I'm doing. So that term, like, let's stop being a human doing and let's be a human being instead. I really started to focus in on that, and I started to really reflect more on what it is we need to do to appreciate ourselves just for ourselves. And in this conversation around New Year's resolutions, and I've had several of them in my circles, we keep talking about why New Year's resolutions don't stick. So why is it within the first day, the first week, the first month, or even the first quarter, we sort of lose our way? Well, quite often we're looking at resolutions as a way to improve ourselves, right? So I want to eat better, I want to exercise more, I want to do this, I want to do that. We're putting all of these things on ourselves and judging ourselves and saying, I'm not eating well, and I need to do this, I need to get better. We're coming from a place of deficit. I mean, I certainly am doing that, and I'm figuring that I'm not alone. But if we could change that for a moment and rejig our perspective, somebody had said to me, let's forget New Year's resolutions and let's talk about New Year's commitments. What commitment are you going to make to yourself this year that you're going to keep? And suddenly that resonated with me, because I thought, if I make a commitment to my husband to do something, I'm going to do it because I owe it to him, not because of what he does or what I do, but because I love him and it's something that I feel like I want to give to him. So what if I were to give myself some New Year's commitments and then take things from there? Well, it's been a difficult year for me. 2019's been tough. So I'm really focusing in on self-healing, some self-love, and I realized that my New Year's commitment this year is going to be entirely focused on healing myself and truly accepting myself for who I am, not what I do. So that means that I have to accept myself as is, the way that I am, which feels a little bit, it makes me feel vulnerable, and I just feel like, I can't do something to improve it. I have to accept it as is. My inclination is want to improve it. And I guess that's where my learning has to lie. So my New Year's commitment is all about accepting myself for who I am, as is. And I feel like if I can do that, then the word I've chosen for 2020 for myself, which is surrender, will make more sense, because I really want to surrender to the universe, and I want to accept myself for who I am so that I can be at my most powerful in whatever way that the universe has meant me to be, because I think that that's when I can do the best for other people. When my cup is full, then I'll be able to give so much more to other people. And that's probably the biggest lesson I've learned even in the past year in my work, in doing corporate workshops and school workshops around gratitude and bullying prevention, is that I see so many people around me who are hurt just like I am, who haven't healed as yet. And the inclination we have is to pay that hurt forward, pay it to somebody else so that we can get rid of it. But what we really need to do is work through it ourselves so that we can heal. And so when we can do that, that's when we can have the most impact. So I want to wish you the most wonderful 2020. I hope this year is an epic year for you. I hope that if you make New Year's commitments instead of just New Year's resolutions, that it can help shift your mindset the way that it shifted mine. And I hope at the end of the day that we can celebrate ourselves for who we are and not what we do. Because when we do that, we can be our most powerful. I truly, truly believe that. Happy 2020. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it, comment on it, and share it with someone you love. I put out new videos every Tuesday, and if you want to be notified specifically, then just click on that bell icon. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey, and I'll see you next time.